are these people?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm hoping that what we see here is not a precursor to what's going to happen here. Although what we usually see is overseas becomes a test or breeding ground for things that they try to implement here. The good thing is that we have a constitution that offers a First Amendment, but we've seen the First Amendment be torn up into shreds multiple ways and times just in the last couple of years, that I'm concerned about this for sure, and how they're doing it. So I got this email. I subscribe to Off Guardian. Off Guardian is a Indie Media Award honoree. Kit Knightley is one of the co-founders, along with Kat Black. And Kit wrote this article about how Australia, he's actually killing it this week. Kit wrote another article also about how the media is dead, long live the media, and talking about how it's basically just shifted toward the mainstream alternative media. That was a long piece. I think I might even have that at the end. But I wanted to talk about this one because I didn't really hear too many people. I know that Aussie Oracle, for example, was talking about it. People who live in Australia have been paying attention. And this has been up for a bill. So Kit wrote this about, 3-4 days ago. And he's talking about Australia. Australia's social media ban is the digital ID via the back door. And how are they going to do it? Through the kids, protecting the children. So he says earlier,
sorry, children.
Yeah, well, no, not sorry, children. It's sorry, adults. We have to protect the children. And, well, actually, you're going to get to sorry, children for a whole different reason. But earlier this month, Australia's government announced plans to ban anyone under the age of 16 from using social media. So hit that again.
Sorry, children.
Yeah, seriously, sorry, children. No soup for you. All right. Social media companies aren't happy about it, predictably, and the kind of people conditioned to oppose everything social media related are proudly cheering it on. That's how the issue is being framed. Social media or big business versus protecting children. But that's not what this is really about. It's really about digital identity and removal of anonymity, which is something that is a little bit near and dear to my heart, considering that I'm anonymous here. He says, think about it. How do you enforce banning anyone under 16 from social media? Well, you first need everyone to prove their age before starting an account. And how do they prove their age? Why? With a new digital Australian government-backed digital identity, of course. Yes. Perhaps the one that was created by an act of parliament in May and is due to come online today. So this isn't me spouting hypotheticals. They're openly saying it. From Reuters, emphasis added. Quote, Australia plans to trial an age verification system that may include biometrics or government ID to enforce a social media age cutoff, some of the toughest controls imposed by any country to date. The plan couldn't be more obvious. Step one, create digital ID. Step two, enforce its use via think of the children messaging. That's it. It's a 2-step plan. To give them some credit, they might be playing a slightly longer game here. It's possible the sweeping no children on Facebook or Twitter stance, which has come in for some criticism in mainstream papers, is a deliberately extreme policy intended to sell their true goal as some kind of compromise measure. No, I mean, they usually do that. And Elon is famous for kind of teasing out the worst possible scenario and then dialing it back and acting as if he were the hero for being so benevolent, even though what he implements is worse than anything you can ever imagine.
Right.
Like paying $8. Remember it was going to be $20 for a blue check? And then he's like, nah, it's only going to be $8. It was like, oh, okay, then. Wait, what? No. He says, for example, maybe they'll relent and say, fine, children can use social media, but everyone still has to use digital ID and on anonymity so that we can monitor predators or something. However it plays out, Australia is getting digital ID because, oh, won't somebody please think of the children? And I won't play the sound bit because I don't want to get knocked out or copyright claimed. Thank you. Meanwhile, in the U.S., we can look forward to Trump putting digital biometric ID in place to secure the border and protect the integrity of our elections, which it isn't going to do, right? It's just going to ensure that only people with digital IDs can vote. In the UK, it will be about controlling immigration. The EU is getting digital ID to promote efficiency and safety. And New Zealand is getting their own, well, just because they're New Zealand and that's what they do now. It's like that medicine in Mary Poppins. It might be different colors and flavors depending on who's taking it, but in the end, it's the same stuff coming out the same bottle. Just a spoonful of sugar, right?
A spoonful of sugar? Yeah.
That's right. A spoonful of digital ID helps the authoritarianism go down. I think that's the way.
Never let anyone take your joy from you.
I thought that's the way that Walt Disney wrote the song, right? A spoonful of a spoonful of
something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Digital ID helps the authoritarianism go down. That just rolls off the tongue.
I mean, that does sound very Disney.
Well, but he would have a lot of singing and dancing and really dress it up. But that's the lyrics when you actually break it down. Always. Support Off Guardian. They have a way of doing so. You can give in pounds because they're a British outlet. So hook them up. I believe they're also a non-profit. They have Ko-fi, Subscribestar, a Bitcoin wallet, boo, PayPal. Amazingly enough, they're still on PayPal. I don't know how. But they also have direct transfer, other ways to support them via banking. Because a lot of people are getting debanked right now, and it's kind of a problem. These are the amazing people that have supported INN. We love you. Thank you. We're almost to our goal of paying off Zago. We're almost there. We're getting so close. And then we can start working on, all our expenses for the year and covering those so we can get to other cool stuff. So that's the immediate plan. Cash App, Ko-fi, PayPal, Patreon are the easiest ways to do that. You can also subscribe at innnewsletter.com and support with a monthly or annual contribution there as well. This is the way that we hook up our streamers and our network. If you appreciate the work that we're doing and you want to see us continue and help us keep the lights on, we got Cash App, we've got Ko-fi, PayPal, and Patreon, or innnewsletter.com. You can buy your merch at indienews.shop.